Greetings, North Jersey Country Club. Brian Mackey here. Thank you for checking in on this week's pro tip. We're here today to talk about gripping the golf club. Very, very important. We're going to first go over the 3 most popular grips used in the game, and then we're going to show you a couple of checkpoints that I like to use to make sure our hands are properly placed on the golf club. Let's go take a look. The way we hold the golf club is so important simply because it ensures that we swing the club with the most efficiency. So let's talk about the 3 most popular grips we see in the game of golf. The first, and again, I'm a right-handed golfer, so my lead side is going to be my left side and my trail side is going to be my right. Obviously vice versa for a left-handed golfer. So the first is the grip that I personally use, which is the interlocking grip. I place my left hand on the club, my right hand comes down the grip, and I feel that the pointer finger of my left hand interlocks with the pinky finger of my right hand. So there is a locking of the fingers. Next would be the overlap grip. Same concept without the locking. We have the left hand on the club, the right pinky overlaps between the pointer finger and the middle finger. This is a very, very popular grip, also known as the Vardon grip. Then we have the 10-finger grip, where there is no locking or overlapping, simply the right hand is placed on the grip, and you can see there all 10 fingers, and that's what it looks like at the top. Now, there are other variations of the grip. It's all personal preference and what is most effective for the golfer, but those are the 3 most popular in the game. Let's go take a look at a couple of little cheat codes I like to use to make sure that that club is secure in my hands. Now that we've highlighted the 3 most popular grips in the game, let's go over a couple of checkpoints we can have to make sure that the club is the most secure in our hands before we start our swing. The first step is making sure that the club is properly placed in the lead hand. So here you can see I've drawn a couple diagrams on my glove. How many of you wear out the heel part of your glove and don't know why? Well, most of the time, people hold the golf club too far into the palm of their hand. So you can see the end of my grip is going to sit right in that little pad, that little circle that I've drawn on the glove. And what happens is a lot of pressure and wear goes into that little pad. And you can see I'm holding the club more in the palm of my hand when I do that. What happens is the club can actually slip out and move out of my hand. That is no good. We're losing control of the golf club, which will definitely relate to inconsistent contact. So what we'd like to do, quick little tip, feel like the fingers on your lead hand can wrap around the club. And if you look from the other side, you'll notice the cap of the grip is outside the bottom of my hand. That is a really good little checkpoint. So just make sure that about 1/4 of an inch of the grip is showing out of the back side of your hand. Now you can see the cap will not rest in that base part of your lead hand and wear out your glove. The grip is also now more in my fingers, so if I let go with those bottom 3 fingers, you can see the club presses up against the pad, and my index finger, my pointer finger on my lead hand is the hook. So now the club is perfectly balanced. Will not fall out. 3 fingers wrap around, and we're good to go. So we just talked about making sure that the grip sits more in the fingers and that we have a little bit of the grip showing on the back side here so that we don't wear out our gloves so quickly. Now we're talking about what we want to view when we look down. Well, here you can see I have 2 dots. It's my first and second knuckle. Most common mistake I see is people have their lead hand too far underneath the grip, again, causing it to be more in the palm. Once we get the grip in the fingers and close the palm over the top of the club, you can see now I would have direct vision of 2 knuckles on my lead hand. Very, very important. The V that is created from my thumb and index finger are going to point at my trail shoulder, and then I am going to come over. I interlock, as we talked about before, and once I close my right hand over the top of the grip, that V created here also points to my trail shoulder. There's not a lot of space between my fingers at all, can hardly see any of the grip. So now I have the utmost control of the golf club, both directionally, okay, when it comes to swinging it back and through, and also the club face in terms of closing or opening. So with a really solid grip, all things are possible. You can get away with a lot more when our hands are properly placed on the grip. So I hope these little diagrams and cheats were helpful for you. If you have any content that you would like to know more about, anything with the golf swing, please go ahead, email me back, let me know. I'll be happy to incorporate it in our next pro tip. Thank you for tuning in. Look forward to hearing from everybody.